Raywat Deonandan joins us now on 680 CJOB. He's an epidemiologist from the University of Ottawa. Raywat, thanks so very much for joining us. The Lancet is out with a report basically saying physical distancing and the use of masks is a real help. Tell us about the study.
Oh, yeah. This is what's called a meta-study or a systematic review. What it does, it collects existing studies from around the world that all explore a similar topic and distills the best evidence to get a best estimate of what the actual effects are. So we aren't collecting any new data. You're looking at existing data from existing studies and distilling it down to one great estimate. And they're finding that, of course, as we all knew, social distancing or physical distancing is the most important and powerful thing we can do to stem the transmission of an infectious disease. But if you add on top of that mask wearing, then transmission comes down profoundly. Not just that, but different kinds of masks have different kinds of effects. None of this is surprising. It all confirms what we all know, which is distancing and mask wearing work.
So could the use of that really help us avoid the inevitable? Or is this a matter of we're just waiting for the next wave to come back?
Yeah, that's the big question everybody keeps asking. Is the second wave inevitable? Now, mathematically, it sort of is, because it didn't go away, and we are still susceptible. Everyone's not immune yet. So it's going to come back in some shape or form. The question is, in what form? Like, will it be a small spike that we barely notice, or will it be an overwhelming wave? If we introduce these public health measures like distancing and mask wearing, we slow the advance of new cases so much that a second wave might not be noticeable at all if we do it all right. So these are the tools we need to deploy. They're cheap, they work, and everyone can participate.
Ray, it's been like 6 months now, roughly, that we've been dealing with the virus, not obviously here in Canada, but in other parts of the world. What has been the most surprising thing that you've come across as time has gone on and you've seen it, proliferate through different countries and the different responses as a result?
Well, there are a lot of surprising things. This is not the virus we thought it was. It's not a straightforward respiratory virus. It seems to attack different parts of your body in different ways. Different age groups respond differently. Different types of people respond differently. We're learning so much about this every day. But the good news is that it seems to be following the same path that previous coronaviruses have followed. It does seem to be that if you recover, you do get some degree of immunity, which means a vaccine is probably going to work. And it does seem like most people are going to survive it quite well. So those are the good news. These, again, surprising parts is how insidious it is. It's really an infectious disease that loves mass gatherings. So a situation like in New Brunswick, where they had everything under control, can be just up in flames if one person just steps out of line and behaves irresponsibly, which is why it's so important that everyone is an equal partner in this endeavor and every citizen does their part. Not asking for a lot here. Just keep your distance and wear a mask and be responsible.
Are you encouraged by some of the clinical trials and the human trials that are ongoing? And I know this is a rough question. If you were having to bet yes or no whether we'd have a vaccine, what would you put your money on?
I would say yes. I would say yes because of a number of things. Most importantly, we have technologies now that did not exist when SARS was around 17 years ago. In particular, the RNA vaccine, which is a new approach to making vaccines, and that's one of the ones that's shown the best promise. So I fully expect to have a vaccine in under 4 years. Now, 4 years sounds like a long way away, but that's still a pretty fast pace for vaccine development. Can we get one by next year? It's possible. It's possible. So you never know what's going to happen. I'm more thrilled and optimistic about the therapeutic advancements like monoclonal antibodies, convalescent plasma. We're making great strides on that front very quickly. And so I expect this to not be a scary disease by this time next year.
Well, I certainly hope you are right. I put all my faith in what you have to say, Raywat.
Uh-oh.
My money's on Deonandan.
Yeah, absolutely. New dad, Deonandan, joining us live here on 680 CJOB.